they are still on the reserve, we'll see them. There, their track is poor.
There are so many things that I liked about Poachers. As an environmentalist, I love that it shed light on a very serious subject matter, and it did a good job of showing just how dangerous it can be to deal with poachers without veering too much into an unrealistic story or an unrealistic world. I thought the storytelling was very well paced. There was a good amount of action. Sometimes action stories have too much and it becomes like all weapon or all fight scene, and it doesn't really propel the story forward. So I thought it did a good job in that regard. And I love that female character. I'm just dying to know more about her backstory, how she got there, and why. But yeah, overall, a lot of really great stuff. I really enjoyed this one.
Poachers was definitely a very intense pilot, and I can definitely see it being expanded towards becoming a full-length feature. For what they showed, it was extremely cinematic, and I definitely love the message of it was very environmentally focused, dealing with a lot of the concept with the title itself gives it away, poaching. Um, Poaching and poachers are a very serious issue. It leads to a lot of endangered species going extinct, and I feel like this is a good way to create an intense motion picture, but also focusing on serious environmental issues.
This was pretty good. It was like a little 15-minute teaser for what appears to be either a larger film or probably more a film than a series. But it was well done. The action was well done. There was a lot of mystery involved. Of course, the woman was the hero. The men were a little inept, and she had to save them. I think they could have maybe done with a little bit more character and story stuff, a little bit more. They left a lot up to us, but the action stuff was well done, and it kept me engaged and made me want to know what's going to happen next. So on that level, very much a success.
And there's a lot I really liked about this film. Well, for starters, a lot of action, and most of it is done pretty well. There's only a moment or two that kind of took me out of it, but overall, they do a really good job. And that action does actually help propel the narrative, which has a message, and it's an important message too in the real world. Poaching is a serious issue in parts of the world, and I think they do a good job at drawing attention to it, dramatizing it, and really just bringing it to life in a plausible way almost. And yeah, just it's a really just good filmmaking all in all. Thoroughly just action packed film. Definitely worth checking out.
I love this movie. I was pretty blown away. Just immediately into it from the start. I just really couldn't believe how good it looked, and like kind of the scope of the film, being that it's a short, but it felt like just a sequence from a feature, and I would love to see it developed into a feature. And as good as all the set pieces and the action and the cinematography, as good as all that is, I mean, the performances are great too, especially by the two leads. This was really great. It was just a great setup for a great action sequence. I think my only notes would be, that the fire CGI did not look super realistic, but, I can imagine the budget not being big enough for that, but I feel like you probably could have gotten away with, you probably didn't need that shot. And yeah, that would be pretty much it, just the ending. But other than that, I thought it was pretty perfect, and I really enjoyed it.
Nice action sequences, good suspense, nice setup. Like we felt there was something going on there, and I like a short movie. It gets us right in the heart of the subject matter right away. There's no loss of time. there, and we get right into the conflict, right into the action sequences. Well filmed, like the pacing of it was well done. I like the editing. I like the performances. We knew that something was going on with the female lead, and boy, did she pay off. Great action sequences there. She's like a real action hero in this thing. And at the end of it, it leaves us with a sense of it's just the beginning of the story. So, like a good short film, it has the whole story is well told in a short period of time and leads us with a lot of unanswered questions, almost like the story is going to keep on going. So yeah, well crafted, well filmed, great performances, good writing. Yeah, that was a smoker.
I absolutely loved this film, and I so wish that I could see what happened after the credits rolled, and how they plan on stopping these poachers from getting the rest of the herds. So well done, beautiful location, and just really had you on edge from beginning to end. And it wasn't just action. I thought that the storyline was great. I loved the female protagonist and how, as usual, the men underestimate her, and she shows them that, no, she absolutely deserves to be there, and none of them would be there if not for her. So I loved this, and my only wish is that it was longer and we got to see what happened. So I think the filmmakers did such an incredible job, and I can't wait to see more from them.